Okay, for today, uh, our have the all thanks to God Almighty, so that we, as a team, the writer were given the opportunity from God to be able to present the result of the research at the 48th Sobat Seminar in 2022. We from team number 6 consisting of uh, University Nomensen and University Negeri Medan, Golber Harmuda Rupa Sinaga, Ruben Cornelius Yagian, and Mia Endang Sari Sinaga will present our research entitled Synthesis and Characterizations of Environmentally Friendly Papercrete as a New Mortar for Brick Panel Installations. So, I want to read this the introductions for my research uh, the presentations. So in today's era, there are ways updated to improving the building according to its use. To make a building material that are lightweight and soundproof. So it is making the conducted to improve the quality of life related of the environmental, socio-cultural, and economic fields. Researchers also consider the value of buildings from material building maintenance demolitions of the recycling. Need for a new ecological material capable of increasing durability and energy. So for the biggest cause of the carbon dioxide emissions for production building materials less than 25 percentage, and you can see the build use less than 35 percentage. Based on several study in the states, the concrete can emit pollutions of the 7.1 billion tons of the carbon dioxide per year. So you can be see that even more than 415 billion tons per year's paper has the consumption scope reach more than 1,500 million tons per year. So for the research it states that the masonry panels consisting of the mortar include the cellulose fiber from the pulp. So the team for the purpose of investigating the effect of the pulp observed through the stress behavior of the panels. The research method is the time research was conducted in the physics laboratory for 3 months, September until November 2021. The research concrete mixer, scales, metal mold cylinders, sieve, pressure test equipment, and you can see the figure that for the research to my article. The research material is the cement, sand, pulp, water, Portland cement, SAM 3A, 32.5 or LH natural aggregate. For research stage, it is number 1, they get a small parts for making easier to form the into paper pulp. Number 2, cut it. The next step for 24 hour. Number 3, blend it again. Number 4, put it back at room temperature for the 50 less than 5 degrees Celsius overnight. Number 5, process the separation stage of the paper making progress will the graded weight after 24 hours to determine the mass variations. And the number sense pop ambient temperature 20 less than 2 degrees Celsius and leave it for 28 days under the controlled conditions. You can see the table for the proportions of the components to be tested. And the mechanical strength is the research method. You can see that with the results obtained, we will perform an analysis of the mechanical strength test by comparing the ratio of volumetric pulp to classical concretes, the compressive strength. And the thermal conductivity, the sample we put in the laboratory with a temperature 23 less plus 2 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 50 less plus 50 percentage. So for the research methods of water absorptions, you can be see the capillary actions for the follow like as that A, and you can see that for the equations have the experiments on the test machines, and the test results as we report also the form the correlation coefficients R square and absorption capillary coefficients S and the percentage of the absorption variations. And I got this for our team have the results like as that. For the mechanical test, I got the statistical data analysis from the probabilistic methods, also the methods for determining the results. And you can see that for the statistic like as that, Western paper and pulp have the comparisons graph of pulp volumetric, compressive strength test results on concretes, and the flexural strength test on the papercrete material. And mechanical test, you can see that for the compressive strength, the concrete will increase with the increasing volumetric ratio, and the thermal test, you can see that proportional with the means the bulk density and the thermal conductivity will decrease at the standard volumetric percentages, was the paper means always more insulated than pulp. And you can see for the figure for the statistic data, it is analyze the necessary to add additional layer the paper mixture, the contrast water absorptions, it is the capillary absorptions, and the time square root for the data statistic, the capillary water absorption test. And for this my discussions like as that, the conclusions in the study was obtained from the experimental result obtained on the prismatic papercrete specimens. Okay, and the two mixture on different papercrete have been investigated by applying a solid washes paper or pulp as a component of recycled paper varies of different volumetric percentage. I got the three conclusions is if the paper or pulp volumetric ratio increase, the flexural of the compressive strength will decrease. And number two, if the amount of recycled paper increase in the density and the thermal conductivity decrease. And number last one, as the recycled paper contents increase, the percentage of water absorption increase dramatically. And based on the UI results that we have done, papercrete can be applied as a new environmental friendly construction material, which from the analysis shows that physical and the mechanical properties that can be used and the environmentally friendly structural reinforcements of the brick panels. We analyze using the statistically and the probability methods for the mechanical investigations for the various humidity and the temperature cycles will evaluate the effect of the paper chip size on the concrete strength. And this the bibliography for my references, the my article from the PowerPoint. So this my PowerPoint for the team number 6, and thank you for attention. Thank you.